Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is your girl Mopao. Kindly like, share, subscribe, tell a friend about my channel. So, over the weekend I had a really amazing time. Like, my goal was to do a video in Naivasha. So I had mentioned earlier, I have a friend of mine who owns a place in Naivasha resort. So I managed getting myself to Naivasha, but the weather was horrible. It was raining, like it was raining heavily, cats and dogs, like literally I couldn't manage shooting. So, and then the place he has, it's not a very big place, it's just like a getaway place. Most of the rooms were booked, yeah. So we were like, oh, I was like, what next, what do I do next? So we decided, because the previous day I also had on I think on Sato, I had friends who had gone to those sides and they were stuck because there was a very big accident along what is it called, Nairobi Naivasha road. So they couldn't find their way back to Nairobi. So we were like, now that it's raining heavily and I couldn't film, I think God willing, I'll try do that maybe this coming weekend if the weather will allow me to do that. So we decided, just after we hung out a little bit, then we're like, let's go back to Nairobi before the weather becomes crazy again, and ABCD and all that, yeah. So we just took a polite drive. We drove back to Nairobi. Then along the way, we decided to use the Limuru road. So we went to Limuru, and to my shock, you know, me for the longest time, I've always, like, I think I could even have bet that with my neck on the line. Like, and I think I was just having a blonde moment. Yeah, let's just call it. Yeah, I think I was having blonde moments during that whole ride. For the longest time, I've always assumed, and I'm a Kenyan, I come from Western Kenya, I've always assumed that it's only Kericho that grows tea. I was shocked. So we went to Limuru, and the whole time I was just like, yo, Kwani, tea is also like a major cash crop here. They're like, yeah, that is like, they grow tea. And to my shock, yesterday, that is when I realized Eden Tea Company is also found in Limuru. Sasini Tea is also found in Limuru, and they do large scale farming when it comes to to tea. At little places, I noticed there's they do kidogo. What is it called? Kidogo coffee plantation and all that. But their main cash crop is tea. I was shocked. I was surprised. Mimi nilikuwa najua chai ni ketepa. So, in my small brain, in my little brains, I thought, like, Ketepa is the one, Kericho is the one that grows all the tea, and then they do supply the whole nation. Oh my goodness. But moral of the story is, every day, it's good every day to learn something new, yeah? So, I've just also learned to appreciate the small things that I learn and know. So for that information that I didn't know, I think I learned something new. So we did a small road trip up Limuru. Then we went to of course it's Kiambu. We went Kiambu to Kiambu Road and all that. But I think that was my highlight of the day, after I failed recording my content in Naivasha. But I haven't given up hope. I know the weather will look up soon, and I'll give you guys the best. If maybe you're just looking for a getaway, maybe you want to go out of town and you don't know where maybe to spend maybe a night or two, or maybe if you're traveling, maybe you're from Western Ama coming back and maybe you're caught stuck and maybe you can find your way. Either way, I think, yeah, that is why I really need to do a review about that place, and the rates are not so bad. So my highlight was the Limuru drive, and then also grocery shopping along the way. I'll just show you what the things I managed to get, and to me they're very cheap. It's like, I don't think it was more than 1,000 bob, and even if it was more than 1,000 bob, I don't think it's more than 1,500. But I'll break everything down. I'll just show you how my Sunday was, and then other than the Limuru trip and what else, and buying stuff for my house, of course, the food. Yes. So we drove to some place in Kiambu Road and we ate this amazing chicken. Iko na kila kitu, mashakura. Yeah, and I loved yeah. So I'll just show you basically I just show you what I did on Sunday. So this is me in Limuru. I'm so excited. Yo, this place is so beautiful. So I'm just doing a small swam in Limuru, Naivasha, like a small mini road trip. But I'm loving and learning so many things, and I'm also enjoying the process. So yeah, I don't know whether my Nini will pick nicely. Of course, there's a lot of noise because there's a lot of movement in my background. So for the longest time, I didn't even know that in Limuru there's also tea farming. For the longest time, I've always assumed it is Kericho. So when today I had a chance of just being here, it's so beautiful, it's so serene, as in all of it is just green. And I didn't even know most of the tea companies are also found here, like Eden Company and so on and so forth. So yeah, so I understand I was to show you guys something in Naivasha, but I'll just tell you when I settle down, when I'll be editing this video. But hey, I didn't know there's so much. I think kutembea kwingi unaona mengi. So yeah, so this is my view for the afternoon, and I think it's beautiful and it's amazing. It's amazing. So over the weekend, I managed to travel to Naivasha for some content. And as I was traveling back, I managed to stop over the road just to buy a few grocery items that I needed. Manze guys, if you can be shopping, according to me, if maybe you're working on a budget, given the hard times for maybe some of us, if unaweza kuna shop easy vitu sokoni, or maybe if maybe you can just be doing a drive slightly out of Nairobi, I think in Nairobi you're being extorted. Yani, so let me not talk much. I got minji. This is a whole ndoo of minji. Zingine ziko hapa even to be sorted. So the ndoo I think is 20 liters, and this I got for 300 bob, which I think it was a good catch. So this is 300 bob. Then I got 3 cabbages, and these are fresh cabbages, like fresh from the farm, you see. So this I got on kwa niambia 150, but I bargained. So niko naambia madhe nitampatia. So then nikamongeza 20 bob ile aiwoye, because she was really working hard, maybe to feed her family and all that. So the 3 cabbages I got at 120 bob. If that is not a deal, what is that? Yeah. And then I got onions. Yes, this I got at 200 bob. Imagine 200. And let me tell you something. Where I'm staying right now, tunauziwa kitungu moja 10 bob. Hivi, one kitungu like this 10 bob, one kitungu like this, and like I think if they start selling this, maybe they got maybe I don't know 20 bob or something. So this basin, a whole basin, and this will go a long way, because how will I store them? If maybe you're scared of maybe buying maybe onions in bulk and how to store them, one, you can just do the basic, maybe unaweza ukazianika kwa jua. If not, you can fry them in oil and then just like crispy fry them, then maybe stock them in a jar and then put them in a fridge. Yeah, so that anytime you just need to use, yeah, you know how to do it. So but me, I just use the basic preservative way. I'll just anika them in the sun, though the weather today is a bit messed up. And then another thing that I managed to get were the tomatoes. Of course, nishapika nazo, but this I got them at 150 bob, which and look at them, which to me I think it's a good deal for 150 bob, because places in mtani tunauziwa nyanya zinatosha, and I think if like this size, I think 3 at 25 bob, ama moja 10 bob. So you can do the math. And then what I also loved was waru. So this is also this is one bucket of waru. Sorry, bado zimechanganywa ndani na minji because zimekuwa pamoja. So this is to be sorted. This will be sorted later. Yeah. So for this bucket of what is it called? Bucket of waru, I got it at but I also it in a basin. Kwa tunazitoa kwa sababu ya you know kuzigawanya. So this the bucket of waru I got it at 350, though walikuwa wameanza na 400 bob. So this I got at 350, which I think is also a very very good deal. Same way you store them, if utaki zeribike sana unazeka kwa jua, zinakakwa kwa jua. And then what really shocked me was this. So I got some spring onions, and you won't believe how much these go for. And they are fresh. You know, they are so fresh from the farm. Imagine, back I felt guilty. This bunch, alikuwa anuzia 30 bob. Yani paka I felt so guilty. I think nilimlipa, I think I gave him a sock or something. A whole of this bunch, 30 bob. You guys, I don't know, you do the math. I don't know whether I'm being excited, I'm being ripped off, or maybe if you guys maybe know a place where things are cheaper than, maybe I'm just speculating, but to me, the way I buy stuff, especially food in Nairobi, I find them very, very expensive because I'm not a big fan of cabbage, but once in a while I do eat cabbage. Like this cabbage, hapa hivi mtaani inakatwangwa 20 bob is like a quarter of this whole cabbage. So you can do the math. 20 bob, like for me, I think this is a good deal. If you can just maybe, if you're driving and maybe on a Sunday afternoon you're out of plus, you don't know what to do, I would highly, highly, highly suggest and recommend maybe go buy this for the house, especially if you have a family. Because you see now me I don't have a family. So everything that I'm buying, I just have to buy so that also I don't overbuy things that will go bad. So I think that is what some of the activities that I did. So kindly like, share, subscribe, tell a friend about my YouTube channel. See you. Thank you.